Family, family, family. We are here. We have been blown into the voice, literally. It is very windy today. We would like to welcome you guys here to the show. My name is Byron Smooth. We have
Chance Poop Daddy in the house.
Thank you guys for making it to the No Name Podcasting Hub again. It is International Women's Day. I'd like to give a round of applause to all the women in my life who do a great job of making sure I am who I am. So, yes, ring the bell for the ladies. Thank you, ladies, for all that you do. Take your break today, take your vow, all that good stuff. Really, not real quick, but whole reason why we're here today on a Wednesday is because we have to chase Miss Myya down. Yes, it wasn't my muse, but it was very good. It was a good experience for me. I learned a lot chasing you down.
Really?
Yes, yes. Welcome to the show, guys. Mayoral candidate for Detroit, Myya Jones. Myya, thank you guys for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, yes. So we want to get to know you today. We want to get to know what you want to offer Detroit today. And, you know, what's your stand, what's your platform, and all of that good stuff. So without that being said, I'm going to get started. Where are you from, Myya?
So I am from Detroit, Michigan, of course. I was bred and groomed in DPS from K through 12. I attended Ulysses S. Grant for K through 6th grade, and then Westside Monoculture Academy, 7th and 8th grade.
Okay.
And then for high school, I went to the one and only Cass Technical High
Oh,
School.
God.
And then, where'd you go?
Another one slipped through.
I almost gave her a bell, but
That's like 3 Cass Tech interviews in a row. Oh, my God. Cass is putting out a good product.
Cass is. We are. We have a lot
Shout
of
out
great
to
talent. We do. So,
I ain't mad at y'all no more.
I'm proud of us. And then for college, I've been going to Michigan State University. I graduate May 6th, 4 p.m.
What?
If you want to attend, it's totally free. Drive up to East Lansing. You can come watch me walk across the stage if you want to.
I think I want to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would love to have
May
you.
6th.
Yes.
All
4
right.
p.m. Breslin Center.
Absolutely. Podcasting Hub coming to the Breslin Center. I've never been, so I have to be a good
Michigan
look.
State, huh?
Yes.
We were just up there too.
Yes, we sure were. Oh, no, it's a whole nother topic. But okay, so you went to Cass, you went to Michigan State. What are you studying at Michigan State?
So I studied business, and then I also picked up African American African Studies and also Arabic. So I'm a little fluent in Arabic. I got to brush up on my skills a little bit, but I really studied the language and the culture. So I have a really nice background on Arabic people, where they come from, how they descend, and how they connect with the Black community as well.
Oh, that's going to be very useful here in
It
Detroit.
is.
We have a lot of Arabs. Shout out to the Arabs here in Detroit making their money, paying their taxes. So with that being said, moving on, why mayor?
Why mayor?
Yes.
I get that question a lot. So,
I know, I figured you did.
I do. So the biggest thing about mayor is that the mayor has the biggest impact on the city.
Right.
You know, everybody knows who the mayor is. You might not know who your city council person is, who your state rep is, but you know who your mayor is.
Right.
So you really look to them to do things for you and to be the voice for you. You know, the mayor's supposed to be the liaison between the people who are in office and the people who are in the community.
Right.
And that's something that we have not had in a long time.
Okay.
So in order to affect change in the entire community, so everybody can get excited to come out and go, everybody can get excited about political offices, is to run for the position that has the most influence on the people. Not only that, but you need to make a lot of crucial decisions when it comes to being mayor. So what are the people advocating for? What do they want to see? And in these past 4, even over years, we have not seen that. We have not had a mayor that's going to sit here and speak for the people and be about the people. We have mayors who are just coming in from different cities who didn't grow up here, who didn't live here, don't know the struggles of Detroit, and then they come here and they do things for corporate people. They don't do things for the community.
Right.
You know, they invest into these, have these investments with these big corporations, give them tax breaks, incentives. When you have a startup coming along in Detroit, what are you offering them?
Like
You know?
podcasting.
Exactly, a
Right.
podcasting hub.
Exactly.
So I want to really be here for Detroit and allow them to have a mayor that's going to speak for them and be for them.
Okay, great. That's awesome. So tell me this. Where do you see Detroit in its state today? What is your opinion?
I have a very conflicting opinion of Detroit. So I've been working downtown Detroit through my school with the program that we have with the revitalization of the Midtown and downtown area. And with us, it's been very conflicting because we see all of the changes happening downtown. How I went to school downtown Cass Tech up the street, right? So
brand new school.
Brand new school. So I've seen how it's transformed over these past 4 years of high school and then my 5 years in college. So that's 9 years, almost 10 years that I've seen the transformation from downtown to in Midtown. But yet we went into the community on Linwood and Davidson, and then the community members said it took her 10 years to get one part of the community. But yet downtown you have all this revitalization happening, but you can't get one part in the neighborhood. And now we're building a beach downtown. Why do we need a beach if we have Belle Isle?
Right.
You know, so it's like the priorities are really messed up here right now. But yet you still have people who live in the city who are talented, and their talent is being overshadowed by people who are coming into Detroit and coming and taking, getting these jobs. The educational system is going downhill. You have to really focus on the people and get them educated and get them to the point where they can take these jobs downtown. Have the jobs in the community to progress our community and have dollars circulated into our community too.
Right. Awesome.
I know I talk fast.
No, you good. I'm following you. Because I listen to fast rap. So I'm like, yeah, you flowing. I'm with you.
We got a question from Facebook.
Go ahead. What's the question?
What's your vision for the neighborhoods?
My vision for the neighborhoods is for people to have a sense of not only belonging, but a sense of accountability when it comes to our neighborhoods. We have to take control of our neighborhoods and make sure our neighborhoods is functioning. We can't wait for somebody else to come in and say, okay, we need this. No, I'm going to tell you what I need, and I'm going to make it happen in my neighborhood. That's what I see from the neighborhoods. Not somebody coming in and telling you what you need, but this is what we need, and we're going to make it happen.
So how does that message get from the neighborhood to the mayor?
He has to be in the neighborhoods. I haven't seen the mayor actually going into the neighborhoods and talking with the people.
I haven't seen him.
Being that person, you have to, I know he's a busy person, of course the mayor is busy, but you have to make time to go into these neighborhoods and ask people questions. Hold small town hall meetings, go into, you only see him probably when he's hosting little house parties or fundraising, but do you see him in the neighborhoods talking to people when they have different issues? Him himself and not a liaison person.
Right. I haven't seen him.
So
I live in this city forever. And I haven't seen him. So are you saying you're going to hold town halls? Are you going to engage with your constituents?
Yeah, I'm a big engager, and I think that's the biggest thing my campaign manager has with me is that I love to be engaged. And I'm like, so now I'm going to this event, and I'm staying the whole time. Like, Myya, you can't stay the entire 4 hours at this event, But I'm like, I want to stay. Yeah, you have a big schedule, but you have to at least carve out, make some time for people. Let them know that you care and you're there for them. And I'm that person, I'm a hands-on person. I don't like people doing things for me. I like to get my fingers dirty and do it along with everybody else. That's how I've always been. So when it comes to the community, I'm going to be there for them, working with them, and making sure that I'm not just, people say I do community service work, but you're just paying for stuff. But are you going out and helping serve the people? Are you going out and being an active member in society?
I like that. So tell me this, what are some of your talents that are going to help you in government?
So what I've been told is I'm not a self-claimed person, but what people tell me is that I'm really good at managing and picking out talents and people and then bringing out those talents. Because I push people to be the best they can be. It takes a team to do all these things, not just one person. So when I see potential in the person, I tell them, come up and I'm going to help you. If I see potential in you, everybody has greatness inside of them, but it's going to take someone else. If they don't see themselves, you have to make them see their greatness inside of them. So I just really want to help grow people and help develop people because, again, it's not just one person. It's everybody all together working as a unit. Another talent that I think I have is, I don't know if it's a talent, but I'm not afraid to speak out about issues. And then I know it could be like a stigma for Black women being so it's like, oh, you just too strong of a woman, or you're just too much for us. But no, because when a man do it, he's a leader. He's this, he's that. When a woman do it, oh, she's too much. She's too strong for us, And I never did listen to that, and that's why I think that I've been able to, even if I have pushback, be so successful what I've been doing. I was president of 2 orgs at Michigan State. I've been very active on campus. The president of our university can tell you they know me by name, the VP office too, because I'm very head-on. I've always fought for issues that people were too scared to fight for themselves. So I'm not afraid to take on a challenge, and even if you fail, you're going to have some theories, but you have to pick back up, and you can't let that discourage you. So those are maybe some talents I have.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So what would you say your plan would be for places that need to be redeveloped?
My plan for them was just, we have to first figure out which areas are there and then the population of those areas and how can we build on the population. We have to have a plan that's inclusive of everybody. So the main thing is talking to the people. that's the number one thing that they miss is you have to actually talk to the people. You can't come in as a savior and think you know what they need when you don't. You never had to struggle like they had to struggle.
Right.
You couldn't tell me what Myya needs. You never felt Myya struggle.
Right.
You know, so the biggest thing, like I said, is going to the neighborhoods, talking with the people, and asking them, what do you want to see for your neighborhood? And then also, we can't just keep focusing on the neighborhoods that are already developed. So the $30 million plan that Duggan has for Livernois 6 Mile area, I live there.
Right.
We're one of the most affluent areas in Detroit. So why are you developing the same areas instead of going to the east side where there's a lot of development that needs to be going on?
Right.
So it's like you can't keep focusing on areas that are already prominent. You have to go to the areas that are not prominent and help build them up too.
That's what I was looking for. Great answer. All right. So, I wanted to congratulate you. Gonna get back to Myya. Being honored with the African American Leadership Award.
Oh, NBC Black?
Yeah. No, I'm not quite sure where it was. I just saw your name on it, and it was I think it was called African American Leadership Award. I wasn't even sure who won. I was going to ask you.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, don't worry. We'll move on past that.
I won an award, but I don't know.
No, I'm not sure if you won. I seen something and it said, you know what? Ooh, it was Taylor.
Congratulations, Taylor.
Yes. My goodness, forget I mentioned that. I be messing up.
Okay.
Those are the woes and the foes. So, with that being said, Chance, you got a question? Not today. All right. That's funny. What are some of the things?
I'm always doing the research when you putting your foot in your mouth.
No, right. I did that all the way. Okay. Well, what are some of the things that? Because I seen you're is a Delta, correct?
Yes.
What are some of the things you learned being a Delta that may help you in your run for office?
I just smile. Delta is so beautiful.
Right.
And I love Delta so much.
Right.
Delta has instilled a lot in me, especially when it comes to social action. So this thing with social action and civic engagement it's not something that's new for me. I've always been civically engaged. It's been about people and helping progress people because I was on the other end of the stick in getting all the resources when I was in need when I was a child. So it's very important for me. I said when I grow up, we had the food truck, we were families that were being adopted in the city too. So when I said when I grow older and I can make a change, I'm going to be adopting the families. I'm going to be making sure there's food trucks out there because it was given to me. And that's very important for me because you don't know how people struggle. And being a Delta has connected me with people who have the same vision, the same mission as me because we came out on the ground running with the Women's Suffrage March. We didn't want to be a social sorority. We wanted to be a sorority that actually impacted the community. So, going all through Delta and then making sure that we're focused on scholarships, sisterhood, service, not even just sisterhood when it comes to our sorority, but making sure we're connected to the community as well. It's very important to us. And this past weekend at our the nation's capital, we went to DC to do our Delta Days. It was very instrumental because we talked about different issues all over the country, and then we broke off into our specific states and how our states have been affected. So we talked about the water crisis here in Michigan. We talked about healthcare, all these issues that are happening. Or we were able to speak to our senators and our state, our U.S. reps. So Congresswoman Brenda Lawrence, I entered into her office and she's a Delta too. So she was there, and Congresswoman Beatty, Congresswoman Marsha Fudge, she's our 21st national president. So we've had all these connections to so many great women, and that's really given me a push because before then I didn't have that, women to look up to because I was the oldest girl in my household. Really the oldest was my brother. You know how y'all guys can be y'all develop slower than we do.
Right.
So I was the oldest in the house, so I was always the one that was like babysit. I'm sorry, So I was always the one, making sure the kids were got up for school, giving them baths, and I didn't have that person to look up to when I was a kid. I had outside people who I would just look at, but I never had that close person who can help me and be that sister to me when I was growing up. So having that in Delta now, I can lean on someone else, and I can be useful in Delta because we have a lot of older sorors there. But instead of just being the person who's always like the having to be the leader for other people, which is my siblings. So I love it a lot, but it's always nice to have people who you can look up to and you can lean on for that support and that help too.
Right.
I got a question.
Okay. Wait, hold on, because she just spoke on support.
Okay, go ahead.
And that's very important. It was in lieu to my next question.
Keep it going before you forget.
Exactly. How are you funding your campaign?
So I'm thinking my campaign is grassroots. So we take donations from $1 to 50 cents to $10 to $100 from anybody who's willing and able to donate to us.
Okay. I noticed on your page that you're having an event coming up soon.
Yes, I have my first official big fundraiser. It's Friday at 1917 Bistro, American Bistro in Illinois.
Okay.
So,
Avenue of Fashion.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's over where I live. So
Okay.
we were able to connect with people there. So
awesome.
it's very exciting. We wanted to keep it like a lot of it neighborhood focused as much as we can. Of course, we'll have bigger events too, but right now we want to make sure we connect with the neighborhoods.
We'll make sure we get that information
Thank
posted.
you.
Yes. Now, what was your question, sir?
Oh, I can answer.
You surely can.
Okay. Okay. I've seen the other interviews, and to get on the platforms that you're on, one that stood out to me was mental health. What's your plans for mental health for the city?
So the first thing, the biggest plan is to stop treating people as criminals when they have mental issues. And the biggest thing that I've seen when I was on the Hill, which really grabbed my attention, was how when you're in other communities, being on opioid abuse is a mental illness and not a crime. So they are able to seek help by how they had a partnership with the hospital, the police department, and then rehabilitation centers too. So they were able to track the people who are a part of this program, who they said, oh, I'm off drugs and I'm not doing drugs, but when you go to the hospital and get your checkup, they take your urine sample and see that, oh, they're still doing drugs, and what drugs are they on?
Right.
We don't have that in the community right now. So what they do is they criminalize people for things such as marijuana, opioid abuse. My dad was on drugs for a part of my life, so it's very important to me that we address these issues as they are and not stigmatizing mental health, because everyone goes through something. You lose a family member, you lose your house, you lose your job. You know, we have war veterans here. My family is full of military veterans here. So we need to make sure that we're treating these issues as health conditions and not criminalizing people and throwing them in jail, because once they're in jail, they have no help, and they're going to go through the same cycle over and over and over until you give them that help they need when it comes to counseling, psychiatry, those things, and that support system too. You have to train people to know how to deal with people who have mental illnesses, especially our police department, because you can't just sit here, you see all this police brutality going on because they don't know how to speak with people or deal with issues when it comes to mental health, you know. So that's very important to me.
Great.
I
I mean, you seem so wise. So what is it that you tell people when they say you're too young to run for mayor?
You can't argue with people. You have to just show them. I'm not a talker. I don't sit here and try to prove my point. I'm a doer. So you can tell me I'm young, but look at the execution that I've been able to do. So with me running, and I decided to run this past summer, you know, I came out with the website, I came out with my platform, I came out with everything that's needed for a mayor candidate, and look at the other candidates, like what have they produced? It's all about, for me, is execution, not talk. So if you can't show me your work on paper or on hand, then you're just a talker to me. So I don't need to sit here and prove a point to you, but just watch me work.
Amen. Amen. So, what are some of the ways citizens can help Myya Jones run mayor in Detroit?
The biggest thing that they can help me do is to tell me what you need. You know, like I said before, we haven't had a candidate who's actually sat and listened to the people. I want to know, like, how can we help you and how can you help us?
Well, Myya Jones, how you can help me as a Detroit resident is you can bring down the taxes on my home. I live in, I think, in the affluent area. But I don't think what my house is worth is in the same bracket of what my taxes are. So when you get there, you take a look at that and you know, balance that out for me.
We're talking to a lot of housing specialists too. I'm actually working with a real estate person right now. She specializes in real estate, and she's over in New York too. So I've been talking to people who specialize in different areas who can help us in Detroit with similar issues they've been able to correct in their areas all over the world. So you have to learn. People have to learn how to model off of areas that have been successful and are similar to what you've gone through in your city. You know, so you look at other places, you see how they were able to implement stuff, and you take that and you see how you can implement it in your city too.
Speaking of that, when you mentioned that, it brought something to my attention. I see how DC has come along since you left and beautiful so far. But I also see how some people were kind of pushed out of the city. I think that's kind of happening here.
It's not kind of, it's happening.
What do you say to that?
That's another issue we've been talking about that's very a touchy subject, gentrification.
Right.
The first time I actually heard about gentrification was when I did a scholarship essay with one of the companies here in Detroit, and they were asked, like, what do you think about gentrification and how does it affect you? I was a sophomore in college. So I was like, I don't even know what gentrification is. So I had had to Google it and figure out what gentrification was. And I was like, you know, you see these things, but you can never put a name to it. So I was able to put a name to what I was seeing in Detroit because I did the Detroit After 5 program and I interned downtown my freshman year. So Governor Snyder had came to one of our programs and talked about how, you know, it's this place where interns who are not all black people, you know, and you have a majority of people coming from outside of the city telling them how Detroit is going to be a great place to live. And we're like, okay, Governor Snyder, we submitted questions like, what about people who actually live in Detroit? Mind you, this when I was a sophomore, after my freshman year, going to my sophomore year in college. So we were talking about this issue when I was a sophomore, but we didn't have a name for it, you know. And then after I did a scholarship essay that next year, I'm like, that's the name of what it was that we were talking about that summer, gentrification. How we feel about it is not okay. You know, you should be able to have a mix and a diverse population of people who have different ranges of income, different ranges of sexual orientation, color, race, religion in the same area, because the best communities are ones that are diverse in every single way, not just one way. You can't have one area of town affluent and booming and have it someone's playground when you have other areas where people who actually live here and pay taxes and housing taxes and, you know, work taxes and everything, but they are not benefiting because you don't even feel welcome downtown anymore. It's a big thing. When I was a high schooler, we had our half days on Wednesdays. We used to come downtown, post go to Five Guys and have fun at the riverfront. But now it's like you can't do things like that and not feel welcome. You feel like you're an outsider. We want them to feel like Detroit belongs to them. This is why my hashtag is My Detroit. Everyone needs to feel like Detroit belongs to them. This is my Detroit, and I'm proud of it, and I live here, and this is my city. You know?
Amen. Do you have a slogan?
Yeah, My Detroit.
My Detroit. Did I miss that?
Seconds by seconds.
It's cool. That's cool. So go ahead.
Do you have a plan to stop the redlining with the auto insurance and stuff like that? Do you have a plan to lower our rates and with the insurance?
The thing is, like, I don't believe the mayor handles the redlining and the district meeting and everything. So what we can do is advocate for people. So the biggest thing is when you have influence, you have to advocate for what people want and what people need, because you don't know it just saying like the citizens want this to do for somebody else. You know?
So how are you going to get the millennials out to vote?
Like this, you have to give them a reason to want to go out and vote. Like if we didn't have young people running in office, honestly, we're not going to be attached. We don't have a sense of connection with the people who have been running. Like when Obama ran, he was the first, you know, in a long time, because Shirley Chisholm was the first black person. Let me not forget about her, because people forget about her.
No, not
but
me.
You now have
International Women's Day.
Yeah, now International Women's Day. But now you have, after all these years of having all these white presidents, you have this black president running for president, a black man for president. How influential. Now that's going to get people out and motivated because they feel so this person's going to fight for what I want and what I need, you know. So when you have a young person, it's going to connect with the younger people. Just other candidates connect with certain people, but you have to give them a reason and a sense of hope to want to go out and vote, and not feel as though my vote is in vain or my vote doesn't matter because we're not given a lot of choices. So you're giving them a choice. That's what I'm doing, is giving them another choice.
Amen. A good choice. Yes. So who are some of the people you look up to?
I already said it. Shirley Chisholm. Yeah. So I told you that when I was younger, like I didn't really have much because I was the oldest girl and I was bringing up my siblings. But you know, you had the traditional women like Rosa Parks and those different people, but you didn't have people who are actually like of your age to look up to when I was growing up. So the biggest one for me right now would be Shirley Chisholm, because she went through so much adversity as a black woman, doing something unspeakable, the first black woman in the Senate to actually like fight for what she believed in, and that's very important to me because I wasn't born in time of segregation. We have a lot of discrimination and racism, but we're not segregated, you know. So it's very important to me to continue on what she started for us and the other women started for us even before Shirley Chisholm, and now it's the black women who are in Congress who can fight for everyone and then being that voice for us. So especially Congressman Dolores, Congressman Marsha Fudge, these women have actually been the back of the movement and making sure that they're speaking for black, not even just black women, but speaking for everyone, but being that representation for black women. Representation matters.
Yes.
You know, you have to see someone in your position who looks like you, who thinks like you, where you can feel like I can do this too.
Amen. Amen. Well, I'm proud of whoever you see to get you where you are. That's a I think you're heading the right direction. How can the people reach you?
So you can reach me on my website or email. My website is www.myadjones.com, and Myya is spelled Myya, or my email is Myya Jones for Detroit. I have Facebook, Myya D. Jones, Instagram, Myya D. Jones,
All right.
Snapchat, Myya D. Jones.
Good
Everything
job.
is the same.
You want to shout out your team? Who's your team?
Shout out to my team. I'm not gonna release my team because
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
But
good.
shout out to my team.
They be trying to steal your team.
Yeah, they
That's
trying to
it.
steal my team.
All right, man. Well, Chance, you got any other questions?
I think we touched on a lot of good things.
Did we do? Did we do a good job?
Yeah.
I had a brain fart there in the middle somewhere.
Well, Myya didn't let that
Okay.
happen. Myya took over.
Thank you, Myya, for taking care of it. I appreciate
We
it.
appreciate it, and keep us posted on what you got coming
Yes,
up.
whatever you have going, make sure you send it to us so we can rotate it in the podcast. Yes, we're very proud of you. Keep up the great work. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hold on, is there anything that you want to touch on
Right.
to make sure that people know about you before we get out of here?
If you guys want to come to my fundraiser, guys and girls, I'm really big on pronouns.
Okay.
Right.
I'm really big on pronouns. So my fundraiser is open to the public. 1917 American Bistro. The suggested start-off fundraising donation is $50. So make sure you can come out. If you don't have $50, whatever you can give, just come on out, have a good time, and come celebrate just being a Detroiter with us.
Yeah, we'll have that information posted to the page.
We'll post that in the group.
Huh?
We'll post that in the group.
Absolutely. I actually took a picture of it. Make sure we get that during the meeting. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
No problem. Thank you.
Yes. We'll see more of you.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
No Name Podcast.
Thanks for showing up. Thanks to the Royce for having us.
Right.
We appreciate you guys.
Thanks to the wind.
Thanks to the wind.
I
Right.
had debris all in my hair.
No, you didn't.
Yes.
Man, see, I didn't have that issue.
Yeah, we don't have that
We
problem.
just,
We
we
old
just
ball guys.
wash and go.
All right. No Name
Peace,
Podcast.
guys.